So it's Raven Tactical here. We're going to cover one of my probably a little bit of a controversial topic. It's called profiling. And now, profiling, everybody gets mad because they're like, oh, the TSA does it, and the law enforcement does it. Well, I don't think TSA does it so much. I think TSA avoids profiling, and they might look for more facial cues profiling versus like a stereotype. You know, stereotyping people is generally, I think, stereotyping because for me, yeah, the truth is, you know, we are what we are. You know, the stereotypes for the most part are usually true. You know, I am a pro-gun, libertarian-ish, and a lot of the things that are stereotyped about me are true. I take it with stride, I laugh with it, and I go with it. But let's get back to profiling. Now, profiling would be you walk into your supermarket, right? And it's your supermarket where you've gone for the last, 5 years. It's in a normal, you live in a town, and most people in that town are, middle class. And you have a mixed race kind of thing. And in walks in somebody that you don't normally see. It's a guy wearing, he's dressed a lot differently. He's dressed kind of like your traditional gangbanger. He's wearing the colors. He's wearing all this stuff. His pants are hanging low below his butt. You feel like, man, this is really not, this is not the norm for here. And because you can tell that he's not from around here, or her, whatever you want to call it. So you start profiling. And what is the profiling for, right? You start thinking about it. Well, it's for your safety. Your body, your mind, and everything that's going into it, basically looking at it and analyzing and going, well, what is this for? Why am I doing it, right? It's for your safety. Some people are naive and don't do it because they think everything is good and they think everybody in the world is good. A lot of people think the world is mostly good, and I don't think that it is. But people who think like us are going to go look at it like, man, that guy does not belong. I'm going to keep my eye on it. Maybe I'll keep my distance. Maybe I won't have my wife go walk up there alone. Maybe I won't have my kids or young daughter walk near that person. And it's nothing against that person. It's just that I'm not going to go looking for the trouble or looking for the fight or even put my family in a position for that. That person could be a very nice person. But you know what? They chose to dress a certain way in a certain neighborhood, and that's how it's going to be. If you dressed like you did, and there maybe when I lived in Milwaukee, I lived on the north side of Milwaukee for about a year. And I was the minority in that sense. It's primarily the north side. For those who don't understand Milwaukee is the most segregated city of all time. It actually got that designation. And what it is black people live to the north. A lot of the older folks live southwest. A lot of the yuppies live on the very east side. Southeast is basically Latino. South is more Asian. But the north side is primarily black. And it's just the way it is there. Nobody has that issue. But when you're up there and you're white, you are the minority. You are the abnormal thing. And there was countless times where, hey, I made the mistake of cutting someone off in traffic. And I've had people get out of their car to try to confront me with a baseball bat. And I ran with my car, So you start learning things, right? You start learning to profile the individual. You learn to profile people that don't fit in, people that are threatening to you. So you take that in. And how do you analyze someone? Okay, for an experiment, I would say go to a grocery store, go to a restaurant, people watch the crowds, watch to see how people are interacting with each other. Watch to see, how is that man talking to his spouse? How do they interact? Are they both into their phones, ignoring each other? Okay. Are the couple that's sitting in the same booth with their arms wrapped around each other? I mean, what would you assume with that? What do you put in there for a profile? You got a guy sitting by himself in the corner with his head down at the table, basically wearing dirty clothes. I mean, does that fit in? You got a guy who walks in upset and angry, yelling at the waitress. So where do you look? Well, when you see something that you start to see, like let's say, take for instance, let's go with a guy that's threatening, or maybe not even threatening, but you borderline suspect him of being threatening. Well, I would look for his hands. I like to see where his hands go, because if he's carrying a gun, the first thing he's going to do is want to go to his gun, go to his weapon, go to the thing that makes him secure. If I'm looking at someone, I look at their facial cues. Are they relaxed? Are they stressed? Are they angry? Do they look like they're violent? Do they look like they're mentally ill? It's one of these things that you kind of have to consider. Statistically, are you going to look at someone and go, I've had strange encounters when I lived in Milwaukee. I had really strange encounters. This is the day when payphones still existed and cell phones weren't that reliable. My cell phone broke. Well, I went to go use a payphone, and I'm driving around trying to find a payphone in Milwaukee, and I'm like, oh, there's one, and there's a guy standing there talking. And I kind of waited outside in my car for a little bit, and I realized this guy's talking to a payphone with the cord ripped out of it. Yeah, I left. I drove away and walked away and said, you know what? It isn't worth my life. It isn't worth this. And then eventually when I lived there, I started going, I don't want to live in a place where I feel like I have to be on guard 24/7 just to walk outside of my car. And then you move, because you take yourself out of that. And I'm not saying that you're going to be safer from that, but you take what you learn. So I took what I learned from Milwaukee and I played it into here. So when I do come across things, I go, and if you're honest about profiling and you talk about it within your friends, you may come off like a jerk. Because truly you don't know that person, but you're making assumptions and you're making judgments. And that's really kind of what it becomes. But you're making judgments because you're trying to stay alive. Versus the guy who thinks the world is good. If you find people who think the world is good, they're going to sit there and go, oh yeah, that guy like that, dressed like that, he's just fine. What's wrong with him? I'm going to go sit next to him. I wouldn't. No. It's not to live your life in fear either, so you don't want that. But I think you have to be able to just be able to analyze a lot of information and start taking it in. I mean, if you didn't grow up in an area like that, a dangerous area, then go take it in. Go walk through Walmart and see what's out there. Instead of looking at your shopping list, take a cart, walk around. Observe people in their habitat and see how they interact. You're going to see a slew of different people. I mean, I had an example yesterday. We went to a Wendy's. The staff, because they can't find workers, are way overworked. They're swamped. They're running behind. And I'm watching a family, I'm assuming, of dirty people. And I didn't mean dirty. They didn't look like they've showered. They look unkempt. They're wearing really strange clothes. What I'm assuming is a young guy in his 20s is wearing a baseball cap with profanity written on it backwards. I'm going, this guy is not someone I want to be around. This is the family I don't want to be around. I would rather push my family and sit somewhere else in this restaurant Not that I view them as a threat so much, but I view them as disgusting. Like, why? Why do you feel like you should go out that way? Anyways, this might have turned into a little bit of too much of a rant. Let me know. I might redo some of this if that's too much. Anyways, this is Raven Tackle signing off. Subscribe, hit the like button.